It's a beautiful Saturday evening in Hamilton as we get set for the 1-0 Riders visiting the 0-1 Ticats to wrap up week 2. Thank you very much for joining us here on TSN. Let's get this bad boy underway, and that'll be hammered away in the direction of Wooden. Takes it at the 20. Back to the 30 before he's touched, and boy, is he touched. He gets absolutely popped at around the 31. Passing yards last season, his third 5,000-yard campaign. He's throwing here over the middle, down the field. It's a first down just outside the 50, and who else? Kenny Lawler for Mitchell. 4 receivers out to his left. Throws it out to the right, finds his running back, Greg Bell. Bell with a little bit of room, and he'll take it inside the 50. There's a flag at the end of the play.
Holding. Hamilton number 64. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And that was before the play and the yards were gained, so that was at the line of scrimmage. Mitchell here.
First and 20. 3-man pressure. He's got some time. Dumps it off to Bell again. A little bit of a stumble. Regains. And it's a short pickup on that first down. Let's take a look at the Hamilton offense.
Yeah, leader up front in that offensive line is definitely Brandon Revenberg. He is playing in game 127. That's 127 starts for the veteran Canadian guard. And Tim White, 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons for Tim White, and got off to a bumpy start last year, but he had over 1,000 yards. If that was a bad year, that's pretty good.
3 straight 1,100-yard seasons, or more, obviously. Big hit near sideline as Bo goes back to Greg Bell. That's not enough after the penalty, and it'll be third down at their 10-yard line for the visitors. Booted away from about the 41. That'll hang up there. Alford slides over, takes it cleanly at the 14. Back to the 21. A.J. Ouellette, who left last week's game, stands in behind his quarterback and gets the first touch of the game. Tackled after maybe a gain of a single yard. Passing yards. Bo Levi 11th. Empty backfield this time for Harris. Gets it away. Has a man at the 35. And it's Keyshawn Johnson, who caught 4 of his 5 targets last week as well. 3 receivers, bottom of your screen, wide to the left for Harris. Back into the belly of Ouellette. Line of scrimmage, no further, as the Ticats defense holds strong against this Riders offense.
So Riders last week had Peyton Collins at left tackle. They now have Daniel Johnson starting out there. They do get Jacob Brammer back. They'll play him at guard. Zach Fry will be the 6th offensive lineman. You mentioned A.J. Ouellette. He got knocked out early in that game, but is back past protocol. Keon Schaefer-Baker could not make it to this one, so Dell Duncan Busby will get some more reps, as will Deshaun Mims, son of Robert, former Blue Bomber and Rider Robert Mims.
Kadeem Carey also dressed today. Harris connects again, and that should be enough for a Riders first down as he does get it into the hands of Duncan Busby. Harris has started the game 2 for 2 for 25 yards. Bouncing around the pocket, near side, Picton wide open, gathers the ball, spins up to midfield, and it'll be stopped about 1.5 yards shy of a first down against his Hamilton D.
Yeah, up front, Julian Hauser returns to the Ticats. 4 years with Hamilton, 21 sacks as a Ticat before moving to Calgary. And there's Brandon Dozier, played on a few teams. Last 2 years in Calgary, over 50 defensive tackles per year there. And a great start to the season for Katsatonis at safety. He had 2 picks, only 1 counted, but he had 2 in their opener.
Also arguably a top 5 mustache in the league. Here's Harris, deep shot, down the field, up for grabs, picked off at the 25, taken away by Moxie, and Moxie will eventually be tracked down. And Jonathan Moxie is there. Harris is not happy. He laid it out. Katsatonis had come over and made the play. The ball bounces up, and Moxie says, "Don't mind if I do." He takes it away for the Ticats. There's Katsatonis, Moxie, ready and waiting. Handing it off. Nowhere to go. That'll be a loss. Riders defense steps up big. Here's a look at him.
Yeah, up front there was one rider in Malik Carney who registered 2 sacks in their opener against Ottawa. Only player to do that in week 1. A.J. Allen will go into the lineup for C.J. Avery in the linebacking core, and Roland Milligan was knocked out of game 1, but during practice went through protocols and good to go tonight.
Greg Bell's been involved in the passing game a little bit. -4 with 1 carry. Just 14 yards last week as well. There's a completion, and that'll be about a yard shy. That'll be spotted at the 45 for Hamilton. Up under center, needs a yard, bobbles the ball, picks it back up, pushes ahead, and he might have got it on the recovery. Got the first down. Fresh set here on the 46. Screen out to Tim White. Made one man miss, now a second. The third guy will wrap him up, and they'll take him down at midfield. A couple yards shy of a first down.
7 for him not to be the fastest.
Litre again, short yardage again, and an extra push again as well.
It's fixable stuff.
Gave up 38 to Calgary in game 1. Here's Bo down the middle, lays one out there, and flags fly as he tried to drop it into Kenny Lawler, and he was tripped up and taken down.
To set up and throw this
accidental
pass interference.
Saskatchewan number 26. That's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
Rider 44. Saskatchewan sends 5 out to Litre, and he is taken down immediately. Nice tackle there by Marcus Sales. Now they'll bring Smith in to protect. Now he'll flare out. Mitchell waits, and that's where he goes. He finds Smith. There's a flag as he takes off. He's got the first down, but we'll have to pick up this flag and see if it's coming back.
Holding. Hamilton number 53. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
That's Brendan Bordner. Situation caused by a penalty for the Ticats. Mitchell. Time. Down the field. Lawler up! And he gets it! Are you kidding me? Kenny Lawler, you're ridiculous! Climbs the ladder. Hauls it in. Ticats in business.
Look at him elevate to go and rip this one down. Oh, man, that's a great catch. What a great catch.
27-yard strike.
Look at that vertical.
Lawler goes and gets it. Never afraid to put his body in harm's way. Kenny Lawler. The work from the 24. Mitchell dumps it off. Greg Bell to the 20. But he finds some space down inside the 10 before he's tackled there. Sales among others. 8 of 8 for 97 yards. Now the work from the rider 9. Mitchell, end zone, wide open, got it! Tim White, touchdown Ticats! They're on the board first in their home opener.
Oh, nice look off by Bo Levi Mitchell, the veteran. Look at him look over here to try and hold the safety. Just look over before pre-snap. Try to hold the safety in Nelson Lacombo close to the line of scrimmage. Don't let him get the idea that Tim White's going to sneak in from the other slot back position.
That killed their first possession of the game. This time they get it back. Leggio out for one more, and that is up and through. Leggio boots it away. Alford takes it just inside the 20. Little hesitation. Does move that ball quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah, and talked about that seam throw.
Back on the ground, Ouellette finds a hole, and he finds a first down. A little bit more, too. Look at that. He'll not be stopped. Almost all the way up to midfield for A.J. Ouellette. Creeping towards midfield. Ticats bring some heat. Harris got it away. Myers slid underneath it, working against Peters, and it'll be a loss on the reception of about 3 yards. Second and long for the visitors. Harris down the field, and that falls incomplete. Couch drops it just inside the 15. Near side for Wooden, finds a little bit of space and then steps out of bounds just beyond the 30. Welcome back to the Hammer. Ticats lead 7-0. 107 passing yards in the first quarter for Bo Levi Mitchell, and some of them spectacular to Kenny Lawler. And Bo Levi Mitchell goes back to work with a 7-0 lead. This time on the ground, Greg Bell right up the middle, and that'll really open up the passing game even more as they pick up pretty good yardage on first down. Right?
Exactly.
He's been banged up along the way, but when he is healthy and he is on, he is spectacular. Down the field again as Mitchell continues to cook here in the first half. This time he drops it in. Keandre Smith. That's a big one.
Comfort zone.
25 more yards to Smith. 1st and 10 from the Rider 47. Back out to his running back, Bell. And he'll pick up about 3 yards on first down. That's his team leading 4th catch. Slides down a bit near the top of your screen. 3 to the left, 3 to the right, and whistles and a flag. Before Bo snapped this. And he says that's on him. That'll back him up.
Delay a game, pardon me. Time count, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Slot down to the left here for Bo Levi. High snap, hauls it in, some pressure coming. He's in trouble, and he is taken down. Right down Main Street, Jameer Thurman, causing all types of issues for Mitchell. Constantinu, 3rd and 21. Lets it fly. Alford waits, now he takes at the 11. Small hole closes quickly. Is Ticats leading 7-0. Harris, far side, gets it into the hands of Emelis. Never a bad idea. And that's a first down for Emelis. And a late flag at the end of the play.
Oh, I wonder if this is a taunting call. It looked like it was maybe something that was said. Nice block at the point of attack there, and you've got to be careful with a slap to wing.
15-yard misconduct foul. Saskatchewan, number 19.
Ooh.
First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the Rider 15 instead. A.J. Ouellette, pretty good burst, pushes it ahead.
Access to the playbook in that short of a time.
Tommy Stevens' time, and he usually gets the job done, and he does right there. That'll be a first down.
Saskatchewan. He could be plucked off the practice roster if you leave him there. So I'm wondering whether or not Bertrand Houdon could play tonight or not. He's got tons of football left in him.
Well, now he's got some extra motivation as well. Here's Harris, gets it away, and waiting for it and getting there, getting underneath it a little bit is Mitch Picton. And they give it to him, pushing it ahead. Pretty good first scamper up the middle for Kadeem Carey. 37 last year. Harris dumps it off, and that'll be pushed ahead. Morgan Runja, the University of Alberta, with his first Canadian Football League reception. Riders will work from their own 53. Harris looks down the field, lays it out there, defended well, tried to gun it into Emelis. 2nd and 10. He's one of 4 receivers to the right for Harris. Dumps it off over the middle. Kadeem Carey gets popped, and he's just shy of another Rider first down. Nothing little about this guy, Tommy Stevens. Pushes it ahead and has the first down. Harris, 8 completions to 7 different receivers so far. This time he'll tuck it in the belly of Ouellette. Harris dumps it off. Ouellette's got it. Can't hang on though. Tackle made by Wilson.
Tricky from this far.
He's made 23 straight. This one's from 51. Right hash, that is up, and that is wide right. Brought away by Wooden.
That's how big that Kyle Wilson play was on the knockdown.
They win a Grey Cup. Like, I don't think we'd ever see that for any other reason. How about those moves? White from Mitchell. Will need 6 more here to jumpstart this drive. Mitchell sensing the pressure, trying to escape, gets it away, and got some hands on it, but it falls incomplete.
Riders against Ottawa, I thought his returns after a little Ottawa momentum were really important in that win.
Gave them some great field position. Takes this at the 41, trying to kick it out. He's in trouble. Can he escape? He does! Mario Alford to the 50. Now he'll get to midfield, and how about that effort from Mario Alford?
Guys.
Underrated part of the game, isn't it, Suits?
Well, it is.
Here goes A.J. Ouellette. How about this?
Look at this.
He's going to get down to the 20, looking for a stiff arm, gets away! Touchdown, A.J. Ouellette! House call for the Riders! Get out of his way! He was not going to be stopped. Saskatchewan's on the board.
I was about to say running backs need to block too. A.J. Ouellette got the ball in his hands here, but yeah, receivers, running backs, you have a great team when they're doing the extra stuff. Blocking to protect their quarterback if you're a tailback, or blocking to get your running back into the end zone. And the receivers downfield have to get it done for this type of play to happen. If they get a block downfield, the DBs can't make that last gasp tackle before the running back gets there. So
7-yard scamper from A.J. Ouellette. Lawther misses it.
Okay.
Hammered it wide, and it will remain 7-6 position again.
Yeah.
For the Riders there, and then just one play to strike. And all of a sudden, we got a nice little ball game shaping up here in the Hammer. Wooden trying to kick it to the outside. They'll track him down and eventually take him down. Jaden Dalkey.
Moving the pocket at the very least.
Mitchell, time here. Smith takes it near sideline. Wrapped up by DeMarcus Fields, and that takes us inside 3 minutes. Mitchell gets this one away. Oh, almost picked off. Marcus Sales tried to slide underneath that one, and that'll be 3rd and 5. His 30 and his 25. Constantinu gets it away. A bit of a shorter kick here. Alford's going to be able to run up underneath it, but he'll have nowhere to go. Takes it just inside the 40 and steps out of bounds.
Longest run of his career.
Kadeem Carey back in the game, and he breaks a few tackles. Where did he come from? Looked like they were going to stop him, and he's got a first down.
Toronto.
Sales eventually tracked him down. Harris throwing now. Gets it to Emilus, a little bit of a slip, and Katsatonis is right there to make sure he had no space after the catch.
In this game and that one, he's covered a lot of ground again.
2nd and 9, pressure from the Ticats. Harris steps up in the pocket, and that is incomplete. Joe Couch from the 45. Drops it in on the far sideline, taken out by Wooden. Full range before the end of the half. Greg Bell has just 2 carries in the game. He's been involved in the passing game. Stands to the left of his running back. Now they'll give him the ball on a bit of a draw. He's got some space up the middle. Makes a man miss and gets taken down at the 40. Saskatchewan heavily out rushing the Ticats so far. DeAndre Smith looks to spin it back, but he is wrapped up. Thurman is there, gets help from the halfback DeMarcus Fields in this game. 2nd and 10 here for Mitchell. Looks to the right, throws to the right, has a man wide open down inside the 50. That is Tyler Terowski.
First down from field goal.
Mitchell throwing again, and that one broken up. Lawler there working against Sales. And did they just blow it down now? We'll have to get the official ruling on this. Yeah, it'll be an incomplete pass.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
It touched the ground. Attempt.
Riders just send 4. That's dumped off.
They didn't get it.
His career high is 55, so that would have been bordering maybe on the edge of his range. Constantinu Kicks this way out of bounds on the far sideline, and
It's a penalty.
flag will come out there. Definitely would like that one back.
Illegal kick out of bounds. Hamilton, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Trevor Harris, 3 receivers to his wide side right. Gets it away. That'll be a first down, and diving ahead is Keyshawn Johnson.
If you catch it.
Clock ticks at 10. Harris gets it away quickly again, and that is caught just outside the 40.
There comes Lowther.
Same range. That was from the right hash. This is from the left side. Lowther to end the half with some points, and that is wide again. It's not even close. It's going to be taken away by Wooden, and he'll bring it out. Stops short of the 10. A late flag comes out on the play there, and a tough first half for Brett Lowther.
Sounds like it might be a major.
Face mask, Saskatchewan number 47. It's a 15-yard penalty applied on the kickoff of the next half.
All right, so there we go. 15 yards applied on the kickoff to start the second half. This ball get kicked from the 45 of the Ticats, and Leggio gets us started in the second half on a Saturday night in the Hammer. Mario Alford takes it at the 5, back to the 20, stays on his feet. Nice return, takes it outside the 30. A.J. Ouellette a couple of steps back to be directly in behind Trevor Harris, and they'll give it to him. Ouellette up to about the 35. He stands to the right of Trevor here, who's throwing. Gets it away to Emelis. Closed off quickly. Looks like it'll be a first down. First down. 6 on the line. They go back to Ouellette. He'll get a couple of yards. Slot to the left of Harris. And that one is thrown in between 2 receivers. Busby and Emelis both there, looking back at their quarterback in week 1. Set to kick this away to Isaiah Wooden. Wooden fades under it just outside the 21. Looking for some room. Broke one tackle, but not that last one. He'll be taken down.
I know in high school we all kind of played a little both ways, but
Mitchell down the field, and that's going to be intercepted by Milligan. He's got it in midfield. Down to the 40. Little bit of room. All the way down to the 20. Still going to the end zone. Got there. Touchdown Riders. Roland Milligan takes it away from Mitchell and takes it to the house.
little pressure up the middle from A.J. Allen. Playing for C.J. Avery. A.J. Allen's right here in your screen. He gets a little pressure, and I think it affects the throw from Mitchell. He gets a hit right there, and he can't step into that. Although there was coverage everywhere, and Roland Milligan gets his first of the 25 campaign. A little Garney Henley-ish as he runs back to the end zone.
Looking for a couple more. A.J. Ouellette back in behind his quarterback. Will they give it to him? No. Harris has a man in the corner. Got it for 2. Drops it in there for Duncan Busby. And the interception. Taken by Wooden again. And he'll return that out just shy of the 40 in the end zone. And that's where they found him. Now can Bo bounce back? They'll start it on the ground. Greg Bell, this will help. And that is very close to a first down. Leatre needing about half a yard. Pushes through. He's got it. Granted, just 4. But Bell does have 30 yards on those 4 carries. Mitchell under pressure and taken down. Wow, C.J. Rivas wasted no time getting there. Already here tonight. This time the Riders, they send 5. It's complete. Bridges tried to break the tackle, would not work. That's his first catch.
Most part have the numbers to make the blocks they need to make to allow Bo Levi Mitchell to throw it, but they're missing. They're missing some of these stunts.
Alford takes it middle of the field, just inside the 15.
I'll get to it in just a sec.
Harris, incomplete. The article on the Ticats website today and his numbers and his story, it seems like a fictional character. Like just ridiculous stuff. Harris in trouble. Wow. He'll be taken down. Garbutt was there first, didn't finish him off, but Mario Kendricks has his second sack of the season. Hangs this one up there. That's going to come down around the Rider 45. Wooden takes it. Whoa. Back. Ticats 7 points back of the Riders right now. Mitchell. That one into the turf in front of Tim White. Tim White and Kenny Lawler up to his right. Looks in that direction, throws in that direction. Gets it there just in time for Lawler. Sales is right on his back, and they will be in field goal range here. Getting back to last season. This one a 38-yard attempt, and that is up, and it is through. We've got a 4-point game.
Of growing the CFL game and getting more kids to play football in Canada.
Fully support the CFL card movement. And Katsatonis does some great stuff. He's breaking packs on his X account. And he ended up being a 4th-round pick, a steal in the draft. Flags here as Harris throws far side. That falls incomplete. We'll pick up this call.
Offside. Hamilton, number 95. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Julian Hauser back, standing to the right of Harris. Ticats will send 4. Harris gets it away, and that is caught quickly there by Dante Myers, and it'll be a first down. Harris out into the flats. Duncan Busby, a little bit of a burst. He's wrapped up and held on to by Dozier. Tommy Stevens into the game, needing about half a yard, not even. He'll push through. Stays on his feet and gets about 4 or 5. Tommy Stevens might be the best. AJ Ouellette, nice cut. Bounced off one tackle, eventually taken down after a pickup of 4 yards on that first down carry. It's a 1,000-yard rusher, so lots of motivation for both of these guys. Harris down the middle of the field, that's caught again, and it is Duncan Busby who's having himself a bit of a game. Kadeem Carey pushes it ahead, held on to from behind. 3 receivers to the right. One of them is Emelis. Harris is going to throw to the left. That is up for grabs. Ooh, heavily going down is Keyshawn Johnson working against Wilborn. He's 0 for 2, also missed an extra point. This one from just 25, and that is up, and he'll push it through just inside that left upright. And the Riders restore their lead to 7 with less than a minute to go in the third quarter.
Game, big stop by the D.
Hamilton from their 40. Bo fakes the handoff, turns, dumps it off. Litre, first down. Looks for contact, gets some from A.J. Allen. Mitchell gets it away in behind the intended target. Keandre Smith tried to lay out for it.
Giving Bo Levi Mitchell some problems.
Thurman's going to come this time, a little extra pressure, but Mitchell gets it away. He's got a first down to the 40 as he goes right back to Keandre Smith, and that'll do it for the first 3 quarters here in Hamilton. Well, settle in. We should have a pretty good fourth quarter coming up. The Riders on the road leading the Ticats 17-10 in the Canadian Football League. Whoa. Bobbled snap by Mitchell. Grabs it, throws it deep to Lawler. He's got it to the end zone. They're going to rule him out at the 1. So close.
Saskatchewan is challenging. The play will be reviewed.
Corey Mace gets his challenge.
So they're going to review the Kenny Lawler catch to the 1-yard line.
Here's what they're challenging.
Here's what they're challenging. Was this a catch?
Oh, this is
Well, I guess the challenge here from Corey Mace is that he's going by the rule that a receiver has got to maintain possession when he goes down. But I think he took 2.5 steps. We'll find out.
The ruling on the field stands. Has a completed pass. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. First down.
Litre's done it before. Can he do it again? Pushing in, and he's there. Touchdown, Ticats. This time, it'll count. Do it again.
Same side, same push from the left side of the offensive line. That's where Brandon Revenberg lines up. Right in behind big 57. Twice in a row. That one counted.
Leggio to lock it up at 17. Right down the gut. Pop loose, but he'd already
been out of bounds, and he'd already catched and secured the ball.
Tied at 17. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started in the hammer. Mario Alford now on their turn. A little bit of a slip just outside the 35. Trying to get him activated here. Harris throwing. He's got it. Midfield, just as we were saying, time to get Emelis going, and that's a first down for the Canadian kid. From midfield, tied at 17, Ticats bring some heat. Lett picks it up. Harris down the field, lays it out there. And Myers, does he have it? Looks like he did. The conversation continues.
Field is a catch. First down.
And
left
what
toe.
a catch.
What a catch. The left toe. Drags the left toe right there. And you only need one. What a catch. Different than Kenny Lawler's in the first half. Equally as impressive.
Hamilton is challenging that there was no catch on the play. The play will be reviewed.
Here's another look. What do you think, Suits?
Yeah, it's a catch.
The ruling on the field stands. Hamilton will be trying.
When it's all said and done, Riders just outside the 30. End zone shot up for grabs. Incomplete. Looking for Keyshawn Johnson. Katsatonis had come across, and Talbert was there as well.
Popped up. Keyshawn Johnson may have a chance.
He has been all over the place tonight. That one up for grabs. Katsatonis
Again.
was there again, working against Picton. 40-yard attempt. That one is up. And this time it's good. 52 yards at a 300-yarder last week. Over the middle. Wide open, but too high for Tim White. The left, 3 to the right for Mitchell. Time in the pocket. Down the field, wide open. Who else? It's Kenny Lawler. He's got it again. Gotta cover that guy. A very nice fit in this Hamilton offense. Mitchell dumps it off to his running back, Bell. Steps out at the Saskatchewan 24. At the top of your screen. Mitchell looks to his right, dumps it off, and Lawler got turned around, couldn't get his hands to haul that one in.
He only needed 6.
Leggio for the tie, makes no mistake, and we are locked at 20.
Steal the win here in Hamilton.
Keyshawn Johnson finds it, took a look, found some space down inside the 50, and eventually forced out of bounds at what looks to be the Hamilton 42 in the second half for Saskatchewan. They'll go there now. AJ Ouellette, tough to take down, but eventually they do after a pickup of a couple yards.
Getting things up a little bit.
Harris gets this one away again. Cut nicely by Johnson. Tackled from behind by Talbot, but it's a first down, and the Riders march on in his career. Fakes the handoff. Guns it back into Johnson that time. Down to the 15. Give him another first down. Hamilton brings some heat. Harris gets it away again. Looking back to Johnson. Talbot was there again, and this time it's the Ticats who win that battle. Ticats bring a bunch. Harris gets it away. End zone shot hauled in. Keyshawn Johnson. Oh, they're going to rule him out at the 1. Oh, to get another look at this one.
Boy, that was well protected, speaking of O-line, because that was full blitz from Hamilton, and Trevor Harris had to wait a split second to get Johnson open on the out.
The previous play is under review.
That's a touchdown.
Let's take another look at it. We'll see if we can show you some other angles, but the ball is the important part. If the ball is across the plane, well.
Ruling on the field has been overturned.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Keyshawn Johnson finishes what was basically his drive.
Yeah.
Outstanding drive from Johnson. He's up to 95 yards now. Lawler for a 7-point lead. But this thing is far from finished.
That puts Talbot in a tough position on an out route.
I am excited to see what Bo Levi has in store for the Ticats next drive. This return brought back up the field by Moxie, and he stopped just shy of the 40 times tonight. Bo will be throwing here. Down the field, Lawler comes back to it, and he's got it again. Kenny Lawler on a perfect pass. You had him in your fantasy lineup this week. Mitchell out into the flat this time. It's Lawler again, bit of a stumble. And then C.J. Rivas will finish him off in passing yards last year. 2nd and 2 from the 48. This time they'll hand it off. Bell finds some space. Did you see that cut? Greg Bell teleported to his right and then takes it down inside the 35. From the Rider 32. Mitchell dumps it off over the head of Smith. See what they dial up here. 2nd and 10. Riders
blitz.
Bring almost everybody. That one's thrown out, and it's incomplete. Was looking for Bridges. The night. Just inside 40. And that one goes where it needs to be.
Once all year.
Once all year. He wasn't sacked last week. Can they keep him clean here? They lead 27-23. He's throwing right back to Keyshawn Johnson. Why not? That's a 100-yard game.
Tough.
Johnson's been targeted 10 times in this game. Now they go to Myers, and he's going to be stopped about a yard shy of another first down as Stevens steps up under center, pushes it ahead, and more than enough. And every time he does that, it's
he gets
3 to 4 yards.
He gets 3 or 4.
Yeah. Hamilton 42. They'll give it to Ouellette. Tried to hurdle over one defender, but a tackle made by Casey Sales. 6 on the line for the Ticats. They'll only send 3. Harris looking down the field, can't find anything, wants to take off, still scrambling around. Now he'll throw, and he's got Keyshawn Johnson who hauls it in just inside the 30. First down, Riders. Trevor Harris bouncing around in the pocket, finally finds his go-to target tonight.
Well, defensively, Brent Monson goes with a zone look, and I think that may have surprised Trevor Harris, was saying something because of his experience, but he scrambles around, and Keyshawn Johnson in the last 2-3 series, this is the scramble rules. If you're an intermediate curl guy, find a hole, find a spot that's open, give your quarterback a target. He does and moves the chains. That's going to eat up another minute at least.
Back to Ouellette. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25. 2nd and 9. Can they find 9 more? Harris throwing, and that is caught, but it's about 3 yards short of the first down. 2 for 4 so far tonight. This a 29-yarder from just inside that left hash. It is up, and that is wide. He's missed it again. Oh no! What a tough night for Lothar. 3 field goals tonight, or this game would already be over.
Yeah.
"50 seconds to see if Mitchell's got some magic in him tonight here at home, looking for his 100th career victory. Steps up, heaves one down the field. Tim White waiting, almost intercepted, but it falls incomplete. That was some spectacular drama there. Campbell may have got a hand on it.
He's on the inside, and Nelson Lacombo, and there's Tavon Campbell, who almost one-hands that.
There's Kenny Lawler, he's at the top of your screen. 2nd and 10, out to Great Bell, turns, first down and out of bounds at the 51 with 34 seconds on the clock. Drive, 3 options to his left, Riders send 4. Mitchell steps up in the pocket again, out into the flats. And Kenny Lawler wrapped up immediately by Sales with 28 seconds on the clock. Clock ticks here in the hammer. Mitchell gets it away, incomplete, 18 seconds. Now 17 on the clock. Riders defense looking to seal away a 2-0 start. Empty backfield for Mitchell. High snap, hauls it in, gets it away, broken up. A.J. Allen getting the start here tonight. And he seals away victory with the pass breakup. And the Riders will survive in Hamilton. And Trevor Harris will make Bo Levi Mitchell wait a little bit longer for victory 100.
On Johnson.
Monster game, 124 yards, 8 catches and a touchdown. And Saskatchewan claims victory. That'll make a bunch of people in green here in Hamilton happy who made the trip out. What a game though.